Now, let's do the last semi-serious quest line in the game. Because, I mean, Hildebrand is left, but he's far from being a proper quest line in that way. He's just a goofball. Treasured bonds. Chrane, I have wonderful news. Thanks to your tireless deliveries, we are now overwhelmed with orders. Mr. Tataru's plan was a success. That's another shipment sent. I don't think I've ever packed so many parcels in my life. Huh? I don't believe we've met before, have we? Okay, I thought I insulted this man. My apologies. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hasdad. Like so many Hanish refugees, I left my home in Palakistan and came to Sharlayan during the final days. You saved my life more than once. Really? I've been working at Tataru's boutique, Taru's boutique with Megina and Varsarud, albeit behind the scenes. It's rare that I have occasion to visit the storefronts. An unfortunate side effect of the constant demands on all our staff, though I think we would all agree that the hustle and bustle is for the best. But you don't wonder what we'll do once the samples have served their purpose? Our equipment is crafted to last, which is wonderful, of course, but also means that our customers are not likely to require replacements for some time. Therefore, if we are not constantly receiving new customers, our good fortune will eventually sour, no? That is why we will make gear for level 100 when the old gear is no longer sufficient. Mistress Tataru isn't so foolish as to have not anticipated such things. She knows about expansions. I'm sure she's already come up with a new and exciting product to offer our existing clients. Actually, I had an idea of my own. For a new product, I mean. In fact, I presented it to Mr. Tataru just the other day. A new uniform to outfit the academics and researchers of Sharlayan. Oh? Oh, how enterprising. And what did she say? Well, she seemed hesitant, which I could only interpret as a reluctance to hurt my feelings with explicit rejection. But then she told me to look into it further and draft a formal proposal for review. That's wonderful, Megina. When she said to look into it further, did she mean for you to conduct some manner of market survey of the academics and researchers? Just so. But, well, some are involved in such sensitive work that simply approaching them is out of the question, which is to say my petition to enter Labyrinthos was denied. Instead, I decided to try the studium. A secretarial mammoth was only too happy to schedule a meeting with an academic representative. But now that it's come down to it, I'm feeling ill with nerves. If it were on Mr. Tataru's behalf, it would be different, but this is my initiative, my idea. I'd offer to accompany you, but I have to mind the counter. Perhaps you could offer Megina your support? Gladly. You can count on me. Well, thank you. Can I come as well? I'd like to start thinking of what supplies we'll need for our artisans once your plan is approved. Of course. Very well then, to the studium we go. Don't you dare insult the most serious quest line. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Our, what's the word he uses? I can't remember. It's been a while. He doesn't use the word detective, he uses something else, right? This building might well be a temple for how austere it feels. I'm glad I have your company. I was told a Kialiapo would be meeting us here. I'm sure they'll be along shortly. Aliapo, huh? Hello, representatives from Tataru's boutique, I presume? Oh, Chrane, what a pleasant surprise. Though I suppose your presence should merit no shock at all, given the breadth of your generosity. Hello. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Magina, and I'm ever so obliged to you for making this time to speak with us. Kialiapa at your service. And there's no need to stand on ceremony, I assure you. Most of our academics are far more concerned with their research than pleasantries, admittedly to their detriment at times. Anyhow, how may I help you this morning? It is 45 minutes past midnight, Miss Aliapo. A uniform for our academics and researchers, you say? I myself am ill-equipped to offer any authoritative opinion on the matter, so permit me to arrange some meetings with faculty representatives. Please make yourselves comfortable in the auditorium while I go and summon a few of our more personable personnel. Ba-bam-ba-da-bum. That is an old man.
Well, if the Faculty of Archaeology, we spend much of our time traipsing about ancient ruins, which often ends up ruining our clothes, if you'll pardon the pun. An outfit durable enough to handle extended use would be welcome, but it would need be lightweight and breathable as well. Equatorial deserts can be most taxing, but then again, you'd be surprised just how many relics are hidden at the bottom of lakes. And northern waters can get quite chilly. As it stands, my colleagues and I throw on any old thing for our fieldwork. Whatever we have on hand that is suitable for the conditions, with the understanding it may need be disposed of afterwards. Funding for research equipment and the like is precious enough as it is, and we can't afford to have dozens of bespoke garments for every situation. Which is probably not what you were hoping to hear, I realize.
No, thank you for your candor. 'Tis true. New kit can be rather expensive. We must ensure our prices stay affordable.
The ideal outfit for astronomers? How in the world am I to answer that? I know less than nothing about fashion.
Well, I suppose we astronomers are often conduct our celestial observations from locales remote and subsequently chilly. You know, mountain tops and the like. So, something warm? If warm is truly their only requirement, then I think it's safe to say this is the opposite of an untapped market niche. Have you heard of Archon loaf? They eat it happily. What were you expecting? The Faculty of Medicine has strict requirements for dress on account of hygiene regulations. Fabrics that are resistant to stains and possess antibacterial properties are a must, for example. Additionally, we students of nutritional sciences must vigorously dart about the kitchen, so dressing for comfort is nearly as essential as cleanliness. And if it were fashionable enough to perhaps inspire others to follow in our footsteps, all the better. Wow, 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 wow. We require no such clothing in the Faculty of Anthropology, for we make all that we require right here. Rather, Professor Tankin prefers to do so, but that he may better understand how necessity begets innovation. So I'm guessing these are all the people from the crafting quest lines. An outfit that ameliorates ether sickness without a doubt. You'd think we at the Faculty of Aetherology would have developed such an outfit by now, no? But alas, our primary projects demand every moment we possess. We cannot afford to divide our resources. I feel bad for him, especially. Well, how did it go? I don't know, to be honest. Everyone has such different preferences that I'm not sure if it's even possible to satisfy them all. A fair concern. The studium faculties are filled with opinionated individuals, each with their own peculiarities. Additionally, our academics spend much of their time engaged in fieldwork as opposed to seminars, which further complicates stipulations of dress. Academics sound just as unique as adventurers. In other words, we have our work cut out for us. Indeed, it was naive to assume that one type of uniform could account for the needs of all academics. We had best return to the boutique. Thank you for your assistance, Mistress Aliapo.
Are Chloe and Zoe related to you in any way? Inquiring minds want to know.
Suddenly she's voice acted. And I truly thought I had a good idea. No doubt Mistress Tataru knew its folly, but had me research it regardless, so that I might reach the conclusion on my own. Maybe. She meant well, I'm sure. See how the hardships make you strong. I'm just gonna, while we're here, I'm just gonna do that. What the hell happened to my lighting? There we go. I patted the camera down one step. Maybe that looks better. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm still a bit low. Again, it messed up my color. I guess that's better. What was the phrase? Sorry. She meant well, I'm sure. Oh, she meant well, I'm sure. See how the hardships make you strong. I believe I've heard that expression before, but where? Perhaps in Thavnair? It comes from the teachings bestowed upon us by the old gods. Many of us took comfort in the words during the final days, and after we fled Palaka's stand. You may have heard it spoken then. Oh, yeah. That was a while ago. When did I stream that? Hold on. Just for curiosity's sake here. How long ago was that? Past broadcasts. That was Endwalker. That was at least a month ago. Probably more. Thavnair. Second bout there because it's in the second area on the map. So, yeah. Just about a month ago. Okay. When we call upon the divinities, it's not to beg for salvation, but for guidance. So long as we live by their teachings, there is no hardship we cannot overcome. This is a core tenet of Hanish faith that has seen us through much adversity since the founding of our nation. It is as you say, Hasdad. Yet until you did, it did not occur to me to consider how they might apply to my personal struggle. Coming to Charlene and working with Mr. Tataru at the boutique, I've met so many people from all sorts of cultures. But in trying so hard to accommodate their wants and needs, I fear my own heritage has become an afterthought. There is no shame in dedicating yourself to your work, and as we all have our limits, compromise and sacrifice are inevitable. It may surprise you, but once I aspired to become a steward. To look back on it now, it feels fanciful. Strange that we so easily let our dreams be cast aside by circumstance. I swore nothing would stand between me and my chosen path, and yet, here I am. Ain't no Griffith, that's for damn sure. I know the divinities will guide us wheresoever we go, but what if we stray too far? Would I be a fool to suggest that perhaps we should return to Thavnair? But Mistress Tataru has done so much for us. We cannot simply leave the boutique at a moment's notice. On a moment's notice. Maybe not, but what of our family and friends? It is one thing for us to send money and well wishes, but I wonder if we could not do more if we were there helping to rebuild. We haven't been back to the village since the final days, and if we're already forgetting our old lives, I don't know. I just think Mr. Tataru should know how we feel is all. I think she does. Wah, 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 wah. Varsarud says Mr. Tataru should be stopping by soon. When I asked her how she felt about returning to Thavnair, she said she'd need time to consider. For my part, at least, I think consulting with Mr. Tataru will help put my mind at ease. My, what a busy counter we have this morning. Hasdad, it's good to see you out from behind your usual shipping crates. Yes, I thought I'd come along and help Magina with her research. Yeah, we've just returned from interviewing academics at the studium. About that, Mr. Tataru. You saw through my ploy, did you? Suffice it to say, their requirements were all radically different. I know I set a uniform for researchers and academics, but I'm afraid I may have deeply underestimated the feasibility of such a project. And that's perfectly alright. The important thing is to learn from what you discover, so you can retain and apply that knowledge as you continue on your entrepreneurial journey. The right idea for a new product will find us when it's ready. In the meantime, I have more samples in need of delivery, and seeing as Chrane is very conveniently standing within my line of sight... 1,000 pardons, Mr. Tataru, but before you continue, I wish to speak with you about a personal matter. You have shown us incredible charity, which makes this all the more difficult to ask, but I wonder if I should return home to Thavnair. Huh? Please do not mistake this as a dissatisfaction with our arrangements. If anything, I've grown so accustomed to life in Charlene that I fear I've begun to forget myself. My dreams, my faith, the person I used to be before I came here. Not only that, in spite of my regular remittances, I worry that our village struggles to rebuild after the final days, while I live happily removed from a burden I ought to share more. It feels disingenuous to both my home and the many kindnesses you continue to show us. I see. And do you both feel the same? I've been so devoted to my work that I hadn't given much thought to returning until Hasdad mentioned it. But to claim that I'm not worried about the village would be a lie. While I am of a similar mind to Megina, I must nevertheless remain here. Among other reasons, there is a project I am resolved to complete. Of the jewelry variety. Oh, right, yes. Oh. Well, I would be very sorry to see any of you go, but if remaining here causes you grief, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. Which is why I've decided that our next set of samples shall be delivered to Palaka Stand. Furthermore, I ask that those who wish to visit accompany Chrane on his errand. Seeing how your village fares is no doubt the best thing for you both right now. It will help you to understand your feelings, after which we may proceed howsoever you desire. And should your colleagues require it, I'm sure you can be relied upon to dispense the perfect advice. Leave it to me. And Gina, how's that? Give everyone my regards. Then it's settled. I'll begin preparing the samples at once. Allow me to assist. No matter what happens, we must finish Mistress Tataru's necklace. Are we ready to proceed with the restoration, do you think? I dare say we have enough additional materials, thanks to Crane's dedication. As for the work itself, I thought we could entrust it to the lapidary Mistress Tataru once apprenticed with. I was sort of hoping that I could do it. I'm sure that will mean a lot to Tataru. This is about her, not you, Warrior of Light. I'm glad you think so as well. Let's leave the necklaces at Varsarud's capable hands and join Hasdad in Scholar's Harbor. What is your glam? Oh, it looks cool. That looks really cool. I remember when we first set foot upon these docks, after a long, exhausting journey through frozen wastes, after surviving those horrid beasts, Mistress Tataru was a warm beacon of light. Working at the boutique has helped us to rebuild our lives, but I'll never forget that feeling of powerlessness. Should I have stayed in Palakistan and tried to defend my people? Was I a coward to flee? Is it a betrayal to my home and to myself to remain here? I can't stop thinking in circles. Anyway, I'm glad for this opportunity to better understand where my heart truly lies. All will be well, I'm sure, but we must be off, lest we miss our connecting flight.
It's a boat!
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, hello. Ruds on Hon! I need 495 comedy tomestones to get my gloves. We're back! We're truly back in Thevnair! Was Rudsanon always this grand? I can't believe we lived so close yet rarely made the trip. You remember how it was. Village duties always kept us all too busy for travel. Defending pilgrims was trying enough for the stewards even before the final days. I wonder how many temple roads are still traversable. Even if those in Rudsanon struggle to travel for worship, our feelings of estrangement may be more common than we think. Since we've come all this way, would you mind terribly if Hasdad and I toured the city on our own? Let's plan to meet at Palakistan and on. Oh, it's the one village we've been in. Okay. Here we go. Wah bum 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 bum. Home at last. Yes, home. I can finally breathe again. Come, let's go find the elder. Elder Yervert. Yervit. Hasdad? Magina, how wonderful it is to see you. I've been so worried. Tell me, how is life in Charlie, and are you being treated well? Oh, yes, Elder. Our employer, Mistress Tataru, is the kindest of businesswomen. In fact, she arranged for us to accompany Chrane on his errand here, so we might enjoy some time at home. That is very good of her indeed. I am relieved to hear that you are being looked after. You are ever a guardian to our people. Thank you for seeing these children safely home. Now then, what is this errand you speak of? Clothes, armor, gear. Man the rear with the gear. How splendid! Our stewards shall put these to good use. You may be assured. If only we could repay your generosity with something even half as marvelous. Alas, ours is a village of little extravagance. Everything seems as ever it was. Indeed, with the support of the Radiant Host and the funds you and the others have sent, we have regained much of the peace we once knew. Thank the sisters. Still, there was something I wish to speak with you about, Elder. I've recently got away to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't really know if it's a good idea because it costs a lot of money and You're worried your heart grows distant from Thevnair, that you have wandered too far from home. But my child, it is only right that you should wander, that you should roam. Your heart's connection endures no matter where you go. You yet think of us fondly enough to visit, yes, and send us gil when you can spare, do you not? Gestures, perhaps, but not true commitment. Should I not be here with all of you, working to restore our village? There is no restoring our village, Hasdad. Without those we lost, Palakistan will never be what it was. We must instead do all we can to become a new village, with a new future ahead of us, although the particulars of our path are not yet clear to me. How so? Ours has always been a settlement of stewards, as well you know, tasked with the protection and preservation of Thavner's sacred sites. But we have seen our roads shaken and temples defiled by beasts. The material is not always within our ability to protect. What is everlasting is our faith, the bonds between our people and the divine. Through the old teachings, we remind ourselves of life's meaning. Yet if we wish to ensure our traditions endure for generations to come, should we not strive to do more than maintain our temples until pilgrims deign to visit? But I do not wish to tie you with an old man's musings. Surely there are other ways of ensuring our people remain connected to their heritage and faith. All we need is the right idea, something new our village could offer. A boutique! Very well, my words seem to have inspired you. And with the worldly insights you have gained, I'm sure any future you envision for Palakistan will be nothing short of remarkable. But there is no need to rush. Take some time to speak with the others and make yourselves at home. Where did I put my fly swatter? Oh, it's downstairs, right. Okay. More precious than Gil. Like this image? It's very precious. How foolish I was to think the answer would be so simple. I would come home, roll up my sleeves, help restore our village the way it was. I would find fulfillment. Alas, not all that was lost can be reclaimed. Our people face a new struggle. But perhaps by discovering new ways for the village to fulfill its duty, we might yet help our community. Exactly, like the elder said, surely our experiences in Charlian have given us a unique perspective. Not to mention Crane's extensive knowledge of the world, I'm sure that between the three of us we can come up with a brilliant plan to support Palakistan. Yes, you're right. I'm sure that hearing how everyone fares will give us insights as well. Oh. Not a soul here will ever forget the hero of Palakistan. I'm sure everyone will be just as eager to speak with you as us. There are also others with whom I'd like to speak once we've finished here. Of course, we mustn't forget to pay our respects. Hello, Quaalude.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice the beautiful equipment you delivered to the Elder. As a weaver who crafts armor for our stewards, I would love to hear more about its origins.
Thought it was a little dude first.
Created in cooperation with guilds from across the world? Oh, I must have a closer look. The final days exposed the limitations of my skills. Traditional Thavnerian techniques alone did not suffice. I couldn't stop the end of days on my own. I am eager to hone my craft by studying the work of foreign artisans. Although in my weaker moments, I often wonder if purchasing armor for our stewards would be a superior solution. Alas, that would require a surplus of coin as well as available product.
So we are just gonna open a shop here, huh? Has a village sustained by... As a village... Jesus, what the hell? That thing flew just in front of my face. That was scary. As a village sustained by donations and remittances, we would be hard-pressed to afford anything so expensive, even if such suppliers were to venture this deep into the jungle. Oh, hello there. Staying for a while or just passing through? Oh, our recovery has been slow but steady. Though I am concerned for those who still struggle with wounds our healers cannot cure. The final days may have passed, but grief and trauma are not so easily overcome. Or ever for those who must accept them as constant companions. Ours is a tightly knit community, but I know for those in the capital and abroad. But I worry for those in the capital and abroad. I imagine it is difficult for them to honor the old teachings as they labor far from home. So many of us fled during those dark times. If only we could... this thing is... tenacious, goddamn. Get out of here. If only we could bring the comforts of community to all Honish. I mean, we're gonna open a store here, right? That's what we're doing. If it isn't Hazda and Magina, accompanied by our savior no less, welcome home. Welcome home. True, we're a bit short-handed these days, but we manage nevertheless. While there's a happiness in being reunited with our young ones, we're just as happy knowing that you're walking your own path, no matter where it leads. I remember Hazdad couldn't wait to become a steward when he was little. But as far as I'm concerned, sending aid from afar is just as praiseworthy as tending to the temples here. Times are changing, and who is to say that this cannot be another form of stewardship? A steward who supports the village from afar, I never even considered the possibility. Seeing everyone so eager to help one another makes me more determined than ever to contribute. But before anything else, shall we go? Let's. It'll be good to visit. To Perusa, then. Could we ask you to accompany us? The temple roads are perilous, and your presence would be a great comfort. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Dun, 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 dun. I never used to give much thought to those who walked these roads before me. Countless pilgrims who risked their lives for faith. Aware of the dangers ahead, they pressed on. So strong was their devotion, so sacred the tradition. 'Tis a perilous path you walk, so it is written, and so too our forebears must have felt when braving these jungles to reach what would become our beloved home. When I was little, we used to run through these wilds, playing steward and imagining fierce battles with hideous beasts. Got the scolding of a lifetime when our parents found out. But when it really happened, when the sky turned red and the jungle spewed forth unspeakable horrors, I could do nothing but cower. Perhaps that's why I feel so guilty for not returning, for not doing more, even if it may never be enough. But this time, I will rise to the occasion. Get out of here, alligator. This part sounds like something that would play in a movie where people dance into the sunset as the image fades. It's been a while. Yes, but we made it. I'm home, mother, father. Or chiffon. Here at Perusa, we may commune with the spirits of the departed. Neither Regina nor my parents survived the final days. I told them about how you saved us and that we're doing well. I know they will rest easier for it. May the next time we visit be to deliver glad tidings from Palakistan. Though I was relieved to find the village in a better state than I'd feared, it seems there are still issues we might help address. Finding a steady source of income, for instance, so the stewards can properly be outfitted without overwhelming our weaver. I was also troubled to hear about those who continue to struggle without the support of a local community. There must be some way to provide respite. Yes, indeed. The question is what? A new boutique. Do you have any thoughts? Ask yourself, what would Tataru do? Never underestimate the power of partnership. Expand your horizon. Think big. Never underestimate the power of a partnership. Indeed, Mistress Tataru developed the boutique through close partnerships after all. And look how far it's come. Wait, that's it! If Palaka's stand were to enter a partnership with a boutique, that might lead to great opportunities. I think you're onto something. If the boutique sold wares the village procured, for instance, our people would have a reliable revenue stream. But what can Palaka stand offer? And to whom? How about amulets and talismans? Or images of the deities? Something simple, created with love for our homeland and our faith, so no one forgets or feels forgotten. I like that. Our temples were created in remembrance to our ancestors and divine teachings, but reminders needn't only take the form of great works. A small keepsake may be just what our scattered brethren need to reassure themselves that they are still members of the community. This could be the answer we're looking for. I can't wait to tell Mrs. Tataru. Haha, yeah! Rather, I can't wait for you to tell Mrs. Tataru, Magina. It was your idea after all. A team effort, let's say. I certainly couldn't have come up with it without you and Chrane. If our proposal is approved, Mrs. Tataru will no doubt need assistance in Charlian. I am ready and willing to provide it. What of you, Hasdad? What will you do? It's ironic that his name is Hasdad when he doesn't. I too will return to the boutique. One day I will come home to stay. But for now I must do all in my power to help our village thrive. I am relieved to hear you say so. Let us go and consult with the elder about our plan. I'm proud of that bird. You were kind enough to escort these children to Perusa. Again, you have my gratitude. Are you feeling any clearer for it? I think so. Magina and I talked it over, and we believe we have struck upon a new way the village might support our people. Tangible mementos of our faith. An interesting proposition. Many here would be glad to create such reminders. I expect those unable to perform strenuous labor would be especially grateful for an opportunity to contribute to the prosperity of our village, to say nothing of the options these additional funds would provide. But most importantly, we would be able to help those who have chosen to live apart from us feel that much more connected to their community and their faith. I am proud of you both for discovering such an innovative way to do so. It would likely mean Hasdad and I will stay in Charlian for the foreseeable future. Then take with you the knowledge that no matter where your journey takes you, our hearts will always be as one. May the sisters guide you. And fire and faith. We'll come back again, I promise. In the meantime, we shall see our plan to fruition. I'll send word once we've determined the particulars. Right then, Charlian awaits. Bye! Yeah, vet. That is a line from a unit in Age of Mythology. Yeah, vet. Chrane, the necklace is back from the lapidary. He had nothing but fond memories of Mrs. Tataru and was eager to pour his everything into the restoration. The result is magnificent. The original sapphire, accented with black pearl from the ruby sea and rose shell of Orlit, united by a length of maki leather, a singular necklace symbolizing Mistress Tataru's past and present. By the sisters, what a remarkable gift. However, it wants for a finishing touch. Level a crafter to 90. Preferably by your hand, Chrane. And after hearing about your visit to Palakistan, I know just the thing. In short, we will be proposing a new line of products to help our people feel closer to their roots, yes? So, in honor of Mr. Sataru's roots, I would have you inscribe the symbol of Naldal upon the back of the pendant. It would be an honor. Did I tell you I know him, Naldal? You know, do you want to hear that story? No, you don't. You don't care. You don't think he's real. Okay. Shit. Okay. Well, better get to crafting. I tried. With painstaking effort and unwavering focus, you engrave the symbol of the traders onto Tataru's necklace. Any who behold it will surely know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this final flourish was the product of your heroic hand. I'm sure she will adore it. Our work is officially done. I've just received word from Mr. Tataru. She should be arriving in Scholar's Harbor soon. Let's go and meet her there. leave the store unmanned! No! Disaster. We waited so long, it's now daytime. Tataru! I wasn't expecting a personal escort from the docks, though I dare say I could grow accustomed to it. How was your time in Palakistan? Did you find it worthwhile?
Yeah, boss, we're gonna stay around a bit longer, yeah? Thank you for being such a good boss, boss.
So while they do have interest in our equipment, matters of recovery are their greater concern at present. Recovery, yes, but also growth, which may lead to a lucrative opportunity for the boutique. If you would permit me to suggest another new product. What if we offered handicrafts designed and produced by the people of Palakistan? Authentic works representative of Hanish culture. For those of us living abroad, reminders of home would do wonders to ease feelings of estrangement. And for others, such pieces could be appreciated as beautiful works of art. Our village is up to the task. You will not be disappointed. Doubt not their conviction, Mr. Tataru. A product that embodies Thavnir's spiritual beauty, to be shared with the whole world, why the boutique should offer nothing less. Though we've made wonderful progress with our samples, I believe it's time for a change of pace, and handicrafts born from a heartfelt desire to celebrate one's culture is bound to resonate with others. Given her eagerness, I presume Magina intends to stay and help facilitate this new venture. But what about you, Hasdad? You felt the call to return to Thavnir rather more strongly, as I recall.
Yes, well, I just realized there's a Moogle over there and I was very distracted. Well, after talking with everyone at home, I realized that living apart from them does not mean I must forsake my childhood dreams of service. I believe I can best serve my people by staying in Charlian and continuing to work at the boutique, if you'll have me.
With pleasure, Hasdad. Teehee. Mistress Tataru, if it would not be untoward, we would like to present you with a small token of our appreciation for everything you've done for us. Not untoward at all. Rest assured that I graciously accept all offerings of praise and adoration, especially ones as fine as this. But how queer. The sapphire looks remarkably like the one my... Chrane, is this my mother's sapphire?
Look up at the symbol of Nalthal in the back.
I hope we haven't overstepped our bounds. Hers, so now rightfully yours. It's hers. It's really hers. Never in my life did I imagine I'd see this jewel again. It was part of a family heirloom. When my mother was married, she received it from her mother. How her eyes sparkled when she spoke of one day giving it to me. I'll never forget. But when Father's business failed, we lost everything. And that was the last I saw of it.
Oh, so they're alive.
I'm assuming. Thank God.
Though your heirloom did not survive in its entirety, Master Pippin managed to recover the sapphire. From there, we collected parts from clients during sample deliveries and commissioned the necklace you now hold. Now that I think of it, Chrane often did receive mysterious gifts on those visits, so that's what it was about. Time after time, I'm reminded that a fortune in coin promises only a fraction of what a wealth of friendship provides. When my family lost its last gil, I became a lapidary's apprentice, and that's how I met a certain miner named Minfilia. We hit it off instantly, chatting every time she brought in gems for appraisal. And then one day she came, not with her usual haul, but with an invitation to join the Path of the 12. The rest, as they say, is history. Our one serendipitous meeting that led to so many others, that led to so many incredible adventures. That saw a poor little girl reunited with a priceless memento.
I'm getting teary-eyed. Jesus. Don't do this to me. Like, it's so weird. Tataru reminds me so much of my sister when she was a kid. I know Tataru's supposedly like, what, 20-something? She's 7. Okay, don't even. She's 7. That's all I see when she's talking. Our teachings say that there is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. But we never need suffer alone. What is more beautiful than the bonds we share with others? Indeed, it is these connections that give meanings to our lives. Connections for which I too am grateful, and thus compelled to advise that we return to the Agora. The counter remains unmanned, and we mustn't neglect our duties. Quite right. Back to work with a lot of us. We've got new products to plan. This is the wrap-up. This is it. The last of the side quests. Chrane, on behalf of the entire boutique, allow me to thank you for all you have done. I'm ashamed to admit that in our excitement to prepare Mrs. Tataru's surprise, Varsharud and I failed to prepare something for you. It's fine. And that sounds like the cue from Mistress Tataru. She dove at the camera, Jesus. Very soon, Chrane here will no doubt embark upon another journey to corners of the world unknown, as he is wont to do. How'd you know? Did Kryle tell on us all? So, to wish you well in making new friends, and to remind you of those who will always hold you in their hearts, I have prepared bespoke chocobo barding, crafted with love by one Tataru. Really? I'll take it. That's dope. I dare say the boutique will be embarking upon its own adventure in the coming days. And with true adventure invariably comes tribulation. But with your compassion, resourcefulness, and reliability, I have every confidence that we shall succeed in our respective endeavors. To ever higher returns of both coin and camaraderie.
Oh, and don't think just because you're running off to the other side of the world that I don't intend to solicit your future involvement, Chrane. How does she know? You won't escape me that easily.
Good. I'm getting teary-eyed from this. God damn it. I'm getting seriously teary-eyed. God damn. End this. Now. I can't take it. End it. Thank you. Wayfarer's Barding. Tataru's Bespoke Framer's Kit. So good. Big dreams, found fortune. Nice. Let's check these things out before we wrap, huh? That was so good. I can't believe Tataru almost made me cry twice because just her face. Let's check the barding. Is it Wayfarer? Yeah, Wayfarer. Where did it go? Am I blind? There it is. Oh. That's simple yet elegant. I kind of prefer it to the one I'm using now. Wayfarer. Nice. Wayfarer. Ooh. Oh, this might actually just be my new chocobo look. Okay. Then for the feet. Little boots. Nice. I'll probably go back to the samurai wraps, though. I prefer those. Still, that's sick. This is a chocobo. This is a chocobo. Okay, and now for the frame. Includes plate elements. Base plate top border. Tataru's Bespoke. Base plate top border. That's nice. Portrait frame, plate frame. Nice. Well, that's the end. All we have left to do is goddamn Hildebrand. That's all we have left. All we have left is Inspector of Inquiry, most gentlemanly Inspector Hildebrand. I've done the A Realm Reborn run. I'm currently rewatching Jesse Cox play through it, so I'm refreshed in my memory of it. And tomorrow, we ride Heavensward, Stormblood, maybe Endwalker. Depends on how long it takes. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. I'm wrapping this up for the night. I want to get something to eat, and then I want to sleep. That is that. So, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being a friend. That was so good. That was a great quest line. Both of those we finished today. So good. So good. Thank you for hanging out. Take care. I'll see you next time.